Hello friends, welcome back to the Python programming session. In the earliest sessions, we had seen about the line plots and the bar plots in Matplotlib. And in today's session, let's move ahead with the scatter plots in Matplotlib. So what are scatter plots in Matplotlib? Scatter plots are used to visualize the relation between numerical variables. So if we have x-axis and y-axis both having numerical variables, it will visualize the relationship between the numerical variables. And the syntax for scatter plot is ax dot scatter. We have to specify x-axis values, y-axis values, which are mandatory fields, and s and alpha are optional fields. S stands for size of the dots and alpha stands for the transparency of markers or dots. So S represents the size of markers or dots and alpha represents the transparency of markers or dots. Alpha is a value which ranges from zero point 0.0 to 1.0, that is a floating value. So we can specify any value in between zero point 0.0 and 1.0. Alpha helps in identifying overlapping points. So whichever points are overlapped, because of the transparency present in the alpha parameter, we can identify the overlapping points and it makes it more visible. So now let's look with the help of a code example. So initially let me import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. And now let us have the x-axis values and the y-axis values. X-axis values are nothing but classes equal to, in the list format I'll give the classes, that is first standard, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and then 10th. So these are the classes, that is class 1, class 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This represents the x-axis values. Now let's consider the y-axis values, which nothing but the number of students in each of the class. So in the first standard, it will be having 50 students, second class 45, third is 100, fourth is 40, fifth is 75, sixth is 30, seventh is 70, eighth is 90, ninth is 80, and 10th is 45. So these are the number of students present in each of the grade, and it represents the y-axis. Now by using object-oriented programming or object-oriented plotting, let me say fig comma ax is equal to plt dot subplots. And now let me plot my graph with the help of the scatter function. So it is ax dot scatter. Since it's a scatter plot, we are giving it a scatter, and my x-axis is nothing but classes, y-axis is nothing but students, classes and students. These are the mandatory fields. And now let me set my title by saying ax dot set underscore title. Let me give the title as number of students class wise. And let me set my labels ax dot set underscore x label. Let me give it a x-axis is nothing but class, and ax dot set underscore y label is nothing but number of students. So now if I plot my, now let me display the graph onto the screen by saying plot dot show. Now when I run the code, I get the scattered plot. It will be just having the dots. There is no line which connects the dots. It is just a dotted graph. So for the first standard, the number of students was 50. So for first standard, it is showing 50. For second standard, it's 45. So it is showing 45. So only dots will be represented. There will be no lines connecting these particular dots. And by default, it will be blue in color. The dots will be blue in color and it will be round in shape. Now let me give my size. In the scatter function, I can say s equal to 50. So the size of the marker is 50. And I want to change my color to red. Color, I'm from blue, I'm changing it to red. And marker type, let me make it as equal to yes. So it is of the square type. I want it in the square shape. I no longer want it in round shape. I want it in square shape. So I can give marker equal to yes. And I want to give a transparency. So I'll give alpha equal to 0.5, a floating value. Now if I run my code, I get the markers which are square in shape because I given marker equal to yes. Yes represents square in shape. And size is 50. So the size of the marker has increased to 50. Color is red and alpha is 0.5. If I give alpha as 0.0, there will be no transparency. It will be fully red in color. Let me make it as 1.0. Let me run the code. So it will be fully red in color. Now if I make it as 0.0, I don't get any of the dots because it becomes fully transparent. So for 0.0 it is fully transparent, so we cannot see any of the dots. Now if I change it to 0.2 and run the code, it will be little bit transparent. So it's more transparent over here. Now if I make it 8, 0.8, it will be little bit transparent. So from the darker side it is little bit less. As we keep on decreasing, it will become even more lighter. And color is red, so red in color. And size is 50, so it is bigger in size. So this is how the scatter plot works in Matplotlib. Now if we want to plot two scatter plots and give different color to both of them, we can do that. So let's look in this particular example. Let me copy my code over here. So here let me take two schools. One is Kendriya underscore class and this is students 1. So this is for Kendriya class. Now let me take another school called Janak school. So Janak underscore class equal to again it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And let me give it as students 2 for the Janak school. So students 2, that is equal to the students in Janak school are 100 for grade 1, 60 grade 2, 40 grade 3, 30 fourth grade and so on. 15, 25, 35, 40, 20 and then 10. So I'm having two schools. One is Kendriya and one is Janak. And I'm using object oriented plotting method. For the first one, I have to give it as Kendriya underscore school underscore class and this is students 1. I want it in size 150. Color is red. Marker shape is S. Alpha is 0.8. or I'll make it 0.5. And similarly, let me give it for Janak class, Janak school. So instead of Kendriya, I'll now say it as Janak underscore class, and it is students 2. Size, I'll make it equal to 50. Color, I'll change it to green. Marker, I'll make it the cap shape, triangular shape. Alpha, let it be 0.5. So title for this is Students in Kendriya and Janak School. Students in Kendriya and Janak schools. My x-axis is again class and y-axis is again label, and it is having plot.show. So now when I execute this particular code, I get it in this particular manner. So Kendriya school is red, so it is appearing in reds, and its marker is square. Transparency is 0.5. So it is neither too dark or too light. It is in between. Janak class, it is size is 50. So it is the triangle is lesser in size compared to the square shape. It is lesser in size because a given size is equal to 50, and for Kendriya it is 150. So it is bigger in size. And Janak school is green in color because I given the color as green, and marker for this is in the shape of a triangle, the cap shape, and alpha is 0.5, so even it is a bit transparent. And the title is Students in Kendriya and Janak schools. Class is the X label, number of students is the Y label, so that we can differentiate over here the different scatter plots. We have two scatter plots over here, one in green color and the other in red in color. So in this way we can find out the visualize the in between two numerical variables. Here we are having class and number of students, both are numeric variables. So we can visualize between two numerical variables. So we use the scatter plot in this particular scenario. So hope so friends, it was clear for you. The scatter plot, it is a plot without any lines. It is used to visualize the relation between numerical variables. We have alpha, which represents the transparency of markers or dots. S, which is the size. Color, which represents the color which we want. And marker, the shape of the dots. So hope so friends, it was clear for you. If you have any doubts, please do reach to me out in the comment section. If you like my video, click on the like button, and please do subscribe to get notifications of my new videos. Till then, see you. Bye bye.